asking you guys to help for anything. We're gonna get going. How about now? This is as close as I can get to my mouth before it becomes sexual. Is that good? I feel bad for everyone else who has to touch their lips to this out there. So we're gonna get this show on the road. I want to say a few things about. Oh yeah, why are the speakers facing us? Oh, fuck mine. Okay, so I just want to start off and say a few things about steak, and I'm going to let everybody else kind of destroy you on stage. So I want to start off with a little game that I want to play. It's called Is That About Stabler or Adam Sandler's Films? I got four anonymous quotes that I want to read here. Extremely crude and outright dumb. Ugly, not funny, and stupid. Irreverent and a little stupid. Horrible piece of crap. So they're actually all about Adam Sandler's movies. I couldn't believe I'm being saying anything about Stay like that. So I probably could. So anyways, Steve, before I met Paul and Silver Bullet, Steve was my blackest friend that I had. Fun fact about Steve, Malibu's Most Wanted was actually loosely based on his life. One more thing, and then I'm going to pass it on to Trev. But Kim, my 5-year-old daughter, she's wondering when he's going to come in for another tattoo. So she wanted that. So, all right, I'm going to pass it on to Trev, and we're going to go from there. Like I said, it's all
All right. First off, happy birthday, Taylor. And also, I hate you for making me do this. Talking in front of people is probably my least favorite thing ever, so thank you. But this is exactly like people sport always ends. Someone will always end up getting hurt and hurt, so hope everybody's prepared for that. But then again, we are celebrating the 30th birthday of a grown man that still watches wrestling and wears NWO socks to his own roast. So hopefully nobody takes this too seriously. They say if you feel nervous, try and picture the crowd naked. I don't really have to picture Stabler naked. I've seen that kid naked so many times, it's permanently embedded in my brain. I'd probably say the only people who have seen his little white penis more than I have are Hayden and the Brazzers homepage. I'm a little mad though. You always said you were going to have your 30th birthday party at Classic Skating with DJ Chris and everything.
Yeah, what the fuck?
But much like DJ Chris, I forget you're not allowed within 100 yards of any roller disco or the hot tubs in Ogden Athletic Club. Sometimes I wonder how disappointed Robbie is that he named his unathletic, wrong-handed only son Stabler. That's like Tyson Giordano naming his son Bo Jackson. No offense to Robbie on that, I just had to throw Tyson in there somehow. A lot of people say Stabe looks like Nick Swarzman. I don't know, I don't really see that. To me, he looks a lot more like Nick Swarzman's gay twin brother who kisses dudes in the bathroom stalls at gay bars for cocaine. I know Stabe's going to get a lot of shit for his choice in sports teams tonight. I don't know why though, it's always made perfect sense to me. He chose teams that have the same qualities as season himself. Constantly underachieving, being a lifetime loser, and historically blowing the Chicago Cubs. In fact, I'd say the only thing more embarrassing than the Indians' 3-1 blown lead is your horrible decision to get a Hank Hill tattoo from that 25-cent vending machine quality place called Deja Vu. And I've always wanted to say this. The N-word is fucking horrible. And your zest tattoo automatically drops your IQ like 70 points. But for real, I love you, man. If it wasn't for your odd decision to be one of the worst servers in the history of the Olive Garden, I never would have met you or the majority of the people in this room. But really, man, thank you. You're my best friend. I don't know what I'm doing without you. I love you, man. That's all I got.
Okay, yeah. Let's watch it out. Our next roaster is going to be Josh. Fun fact number 2. If you say Josh's name 3 times in front of the mirror, he actually magically appears in your house and turn it into a movie. So, that's beautiful talent.
So again, I can't express the sentiment enough that we all hate being Staplers, man. Because we end up doing stupid shit like this. We're gonna start off with T-Dug. The difference between T-Dug and Reggie is that one is neutered, kept on a short leash, and loves it when I smoke him out. There's really no difference. They both love it. I don't know, I'm sick of this fucking group, really. Like, I oftentimes try to step away from them. They're all too old and boring. Like, it's getting pretty awful up here. Let's see, as awful as this is. I think I lost most of them. So, who are we gonna hit? Trevor? For a guy who smokes as much weed as he does, I don't understand how he's always so angry. You can't get through like 2 sentences of his stories without him saying "live it" at least 3 times. You gotta channel that anger, man. All at once, like a man. So I don't have much to say about you. Here. Bob, the only thing I know about Bob is that he was once suspended from a swing set by his testicles and somehow managed to birth 2 kids, so congrats on that. Ronnie, I don't know, Ronnie protects himself. I tried digging into him. He just puts up this shield of like supporting horrible teams and all that, and I think it's just so no one can get in there. I hope someone does, because I have no idea who this guy is. April, my favorite white girl. I'm glad all the working out paid off. I see that finally Tafoya deemed you worthy enough to be married to. Congrats. Tafoya. I mismanaged my notes at Stabler, so I'll just go off the cuff. I had shit hitting him on his wrestling fandom, which everyone knows about. In fact, one wrestling night to watch Monday Night Raw, we ended up tiptoeing through his parents' house as we brought 2 40-year-old women from Teasers home. That was an awful night. Speaking of awful nights, before Uber, Stabler would just make out with dudes to get a truck ride back home. So when that surge price comes up, you know what to call. I've walked into Stabler naked plenty of times, often in moments where it was this close to getting gay or already past it. And it seems to include Matt a lot as well. We were walking out to a hot tub. I was invited to this hot tub away from the party. Walk out there, and it's both of them naked. And one other dude. And they claimed the girls never came, but they didn't have to get naked.
They got off.
Another time, Matt and Stabler got into a round of strip lightning against two other dudes. No one won that night. When the girls finally came, because they were coming up, he picks up his boxers and goes home. So, kind of take from that what you will. I'm just saying, Haley, keep an eye on him. And thanks for taking him off our shoulders. Oh boy. Other than that, I'm glad you're wearing your Indians jersey. I don't know, man. I think this is the last time I watch sporting events with you. I don't watch sports anyways, and this is the closest any of your teams will ever get to it. Nah, I think that's gonna be it. I'll let Matt finish one.
All right. So it sounds like no chicks came that night, but 4 dudes did. So it sounds like a good time. All right. Next, we're gonna have Bob come up here. I couldn't think of anything clever for Bob, so I'm not even gonna try and tank in front of you guys. So here's Bob.
I'm kind of the last one to jump in on this because when Haley talked about doing this, I was like, I'm out. Sorry, I'm not used to holding dicks. But I've missed out on so many things in Stabler's life. I didn't make it to his grandpa's funeral. That was pretty jacked up. I didn't make it to his bachelor party. I feel pretty bad about that. I didn't make it to his high school graduation. Felt bad about that. And I didn't make it to his college graduation. That was pretty jacked up. If you don't know, he hasn't graduated yet, so a little low. But he's always told me I'm a terrible friend. And so that's why I'm not sure why I'm here tonight. There were so many times that we'd be here at Brewski's or at Teasers, and it would become, 1 o'clock in the morning, it's time to go, and he'd need a ride home. And I didn't know about the Uber thing, which I'm glad I didn't know about. But I would take him home, and we'd be parked in front of his house, and he'd be like, "Bro, come in. We need to watch the Muppets." It's 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, I gotta go to bed. He's like, "You're a terrible friend. You are a terrible friend." And then the next weekend would roll around, I'd pick him up, we'd head home, he'd be like, "Hey, come in and watch wrestling with me." And it just always, terrible, terrible friend. And so here I am, his terrible friend, trying to roast him. Those of you that grew up with Stabler from you're really young probably had similar experiences, but you'd go over to his house to hang out with him or play, and you'd sit down at the Nintendo, and you'd never get a turn. It was always watching Stabler play every time. So jacked up. And again, I'm the terrible friend. I just don't get it. Let's see. And again, he says that I'm the terrible. All right, we'll stand over here. He says I'm the terrible friend, but I bet half the people in here don't even know my real name. You know what I mean? It's not Bob, if you're wondering. But everybody thinks that because I'm the terrible friend. Stabler and I, we grew up together, so we did a lot. And I think we had a lot in common, more than maybe we realized. I think we had some of the same goals growing up. I always wanted to be a soccer player, professional soccer player. And I know some of you guys think that's kind of gay. But Stabler, for the longest time, maybe still does, he wanted to be a gay porn star. And so, sort of similar, I think, in dreams. Both kind of gay hopes and aspirations. But the other thing that's kind of crazy about it is our nicknames were sort of similar too. They would call me Bob the Cock Blocker because I played goalie. Stabler always got the nickname the Cock Taker. It was so crazy. I just couldn't get it. Along those lines too, we You better believe it. I inherited cock blocker from you and Bob, so you can be the cock taker. That's true. We did a lot growing up. We'd go on family vacations, and we'd always tell people we were brothers, and so it felt pretty legit. Well, one summer we decided to make it legit, and we actually cut our hands and became blood brothers. And the more I think about it, I'm glad we did that then, because who knows what's running through his blood now. I mean, Haley, you probably should have got him checked.
I did.
Okay, good. She did. It's her troubles. I think that's probably it for me. I think I had one more, but let's just double check. What? No, we talked about that. Yeah, I forgot that one. No, I think that's it. Some days I wish we really were brothers, but congrats, man. I love you. Glad we could be here, and glad I did it.
I like how when Bob called Steve a dick taker, he was like, but everyone else was like, yeah, I can see that. All right, next we got T-Saw. I love T-Saw to death. When first looking at T-Saw, you look at him and you go, okay, that guy knows the exact distance I need to be away from every elementary school. But he's a big teddy bear. Let's give it up for T-Saw.
Hello? I'm fucking awful at public speaking. And I gave a toast at Sailor's wedding, and I don't know why they put me in this, because it was terrible. I was up there, like, I mumbled some shit, and then put down the mic and left. And it was, really, it took 30 seconds, and it was disappointing. Exactly like the end of Haley's wedding night. I'm not very good at this. Stabler turning the big 3-0. Next year, 3-1. Next year, 3-1. The Indians blew it 3-1. I love a lot of people here. Like it's good to be with all of you guys. I live with Trevor now. Trevor's that's funny. That's funny. You guys know Pokemon Go and Pokestops? Trevor's done that to our house for grinding, basically. Josh, I love Josh so much. He's here. Yeah, that's great. Does anybody have a motorcycle to finish the job? Okay, April. Thank you, April. April and Tafoya are getting married. April on Snapchat, she's so healthy. Like she does like gym and she does meal preps and smoothies. And they get married, and the next day Tafoya's like, "Yo, babe, put some bleach in my smoothie." I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No. You guys are great. Like I said, I'm not good at this. I feel really nervous, so I want to end with a little joke. Like, I've seen Stabler's dick a lot. So, like, to end with a little joke, seriously, raise your hand if you've seen Stabler's dick.
Keep your hands raised if you saw Sailor's dick without your will, without asking him to show his dick. Probably about the same. Okay, all right. Good job, T-Saw. All right, next is April, so I'm going to bring April up. Come on up, April. Oh, wait, April, really quick. Who's a better lover, Justin or Sam?
Stacey Tita. What the hell? How do I come back? Oh my Tyler Saul, you're so rude. I came up here and I had nothing but good things to say about you. I have known you for a long time and I still am trying to figure out how you pull so many damn dates. My God, Tyler gets a lot of chicks. Something about that, like Mr. Rogers in the streets, John Mayer song in the sheets. I don't know what it is. The last time I saw someone pound that many hotties, it was Stabler outside the Maverick by his house. Get it, hottie pastrami, those shitty sandwiches. Anyway, speaking of pastrami, Melissa's tired of birthing babies. She made Tito get a vasectomy this year. Following the birth of their third child. Congratulations, you two. We're going there. I work in healthcare now, so I know a little bit about getting a vasectomy. And it's not just free game right now. He has to kind of clean out his swimmers. Like, he still has some fertile jizz in himself. And his urologist probably told him it takes like 15 to 20 ejaculations to get it all the way out, which is what, like 8 hours of Pornhub until. So anyway, Tito got a vasectomy, and I don't know if he's in the clear yet, but he's gonna have to visit his urologist at some point to get a sample. And it's not like he could just rub it out and bring it in. It's not like that. It has to be fresh. And so this is kind of how I picture Tita visiting his urologist to get a jizz sample. Walks in, and the nurse kind of leads him into this comfortable room. And there's some bushy Playboys, pages stuck together. You can imagine the stench. There's a grainy TV with some like softcore porn from 1999. And the nurse walks in and she's like, dude, we have a pay-per-view subscription. I mean, we've even got a flat screen. And Tito's like, no. This is my jam. This is how I get down. Let me do it. She's like, that's fine. She gives him a red Solo cup and says, just get it out. And so Tita has got a jizz in a cup. I don't know any of this, you guys. I don't even know if this is how it goes. But I assume he has to jizz in a cup, so it's got to be fresh. So he gets the job done, gives it to his urologist. He and Melissa are probably in the clear now, but realistically, they won't have sex again for like 18 years. Just kidding. Congratulations on your new addition, Tita. Not talking about the super scrapes. Moving on. Trevor, who let you out of the friend zone? Trevor, I don't know how he's still single, you guys. His follow-up game is worse than a telemarketer. You could ignore like 8 of Trevor's texts. You could unfollow his requests on Facebook. He'll find you in some obscure way, like on LinkedIn or something. He'll say some weird telemarketer shit like, so can I put you down for a maybe on that date then? Look, my offer's going like 72 more hours, but I would act fast. Proceeds to smoke pot in this atmosphere for the rest of the night. Alright, who's next? Ronnie, welcome. Congratulations on the Raiders win this weekend. That was awesome. I don't know why Ronnie's a Raider fan. I don't even think he's been to prison. I don't even know if he's a Mexican. Like, has anybody asked him, like, who's the best tamale slinger in Ogden? Can you answer that, Ronnie? Do you even know Spanish? Tampoco? I don't know. I had a hard time roasting Ronnie because he's a sweetheart. Ronnie. It's hard. Ronnie is super sweet, and he requested to go last on this roast, which is awesome. He wanted us all to finish before him, which is more than I can say about any of these assholes. How many jokes were ruined because we got engaged? Stabler was telling me he had one, and can't say it anymore because we actually got engaged. And we're excited. These are expensive times in our life. I'm kind of roasting Justin this time. Shut up! Alright. So we're getting engaged. You guys threw up my group. We are getting engaged and we're excited, and there are some things that I'll kind of talk to Justin about. I just want his opinion. I'll say, like, what do you think about a red velvet cake? Because we both like red velvet. And then he comes at me with, like, things like, you're going a little bit Haley right now. And I'll say, like, would you prefer an outdoor wedding or, like, an inside wedding? And he's like, whoa, Haley, like, calm down. I'll say something like, I love you. Okay, Haley. All right. Happy birthday, Stabler. Let's get it over with. I imagine that's what Haley says every time she has sex with you. All right, I first met Stabler in 2011, and he was running his damn mouth, drinking too much Coors Light at Teasers. And he also got whipped around by some chick who he was assaulting. Insulting, I should say. He wasn't assaulting. For the record. He was insulting some chick, and ended up getting whipped around. And by the end of the night, like, we all had to go home. The party was over. And I think that's kind of the Stabler we grew to know and love. And the 2016 Stabler before you is completely different. I'm going to explain how. The Stabler I remember, 2011 Stabler, recruits his shadiest cousin to go to the grungy-ass gay bar in Salt Lake City to try and find some cocaine. This is just a random Saturday. I can't make this up. We were all there. Who was there? Anyway, couldn't find any, so we had to go to the Devil's Ballsack Magna to some shady house to find some. And that was odd. Did you guys ever find it? I wouldn't know about that because I'm a Christian. Anyway, 2016 Stabler, I'd say he's leveling up. He married Haley, which is incredible. I don't have any jokes about you, Haley, because you're the best. For the affirmation ones. So he married Haley, and he got a new job, like, in charge of adolescent boys. Does anybody see something wrong with this picture? It's like a chronic masturbator, a nymphomaniac with compulsive behaviors. And that's just the stuff he had to put on his resume. They don't even know about your shitty choice of sports teams and beer. Anyway, they hired Stabler, which is your tax dollars at work over here. All right. Let's talk about your dick. Has anybody not seen? Well, I think we are. Raise your hands again. Who's seen Stabler's dick? I really think the only one who hasn't seen it is Stacy. Super weird because she's seen everyone else's. She didn't deserve that. Nobody told her I said that. Sorry, it kind of fell into my lap. I don't know what I can say about Stabler's dick that hasn't already been said about their shitty 2012 film That's My Boy featuring Andy Samberg and Adam Sandler. Nobody asked for it, but we all had to see it anyway. It was a huge flop. It was an average flop. And I'm pretty sure Brogan went and saw it the following week at the Dollar Theater. That's it. Happy birthday, Stabler.
You didn't say why Stave got beat up. It was because there was a girl there that was acting like she was hotter than she was, and Stave called her out and told her that she had a kangaroo pouch. And then she beat the shit out of him. So, it was a good story. It was a great story. By the way, well, it was 6 days, not 8, that I cleared my semen specimen. And I don't want to hear you talk about it until you fuck the cup. Until you fuck the cup, then you can talk about it. It was pretty weird. I'm going to call her the next day. Okay. And by the way, just fertility while we're making fun of myself. I get it. I couldn't pull out her driveway, so there we go. All right, who we got next? Okay, yeah. So this next guy, super successful, has a couple kids, family, loves him to death. Great guy. Everything's going good for him. Let's give it up. Oh, sorry, Bob already went. Maddie, you're up. This is brother.
Sailors up here are afraid that he's going to be the worst up here. But I think I got that covered, so don't worry. I'm a good friend, unlike my brother. Bob, by the way, is my brother. I see he's rocking that dad bod. His ass is still looking good, though. That's a good fucking ass. If you get him enough Coca-Cola, he might get up here and twerk for you guys. So keep those Cokes coming, Jess. I'm glad to see that Jesus has made an appearance today. It's the second coming, everybody. I just feel so great whenever John's around. How about we have a few more drinks and try to get the third and fourth coming at my place later? I don't have anything bad to say about most of these people up here. I'm going to keep it pretty light. I'm a terrible public speaker. I only know my... Ronnie, no one gives a fuck about the Raiders. I almost had to unfriend him on Facebook because my whole feed is just the coach of the Raiders decided, who gives a fuck? This is their one good year. It's almost over. Enjoy it while it lasts. That's all I have to say about Ronnie because he's the nicest guy ever. He always laughs at all my jokes, even though they're fucking stupid. Who else we got up here? T-Dug. I don't know his real name. It's T-Dug. Fell off the stage. A lot of people think he looks like, what's his name? Aaron Paul? Jesse. Jesse. From Breaking Bad.
Jesse Pinkman.
Pinkman. There we go. Jesse Pinkman. And I think that's pretty accurate when he's in the fucking motel, tweaked out on meth with that nasty ass hooker. I can see it so clear. That's when I can see it. But that's the only time I can see it. And let's move on to Stabler because I really can't insult anybody else up here. Stabler voted for Donald Trump. What? What the fuck? That's what I heard. My sources tell me Stabler voted for Donald Trump. Trevor's my source. What do you mean for Trump? Like real politics, I don't get actual sources. Right? It's all fictional. So he voted for Donald Trump. I don't get it. Half of these roasters up here are not white. Like, you're setting yourself up for failure here. And it's also funny when I ask him, why did you vote for Trump? Why did you vote for Donald Trump? Well, I don't like people freeloading off of our system. Are you fucking kidding me? You gave up a manual labor job just so you can babysit perverted teens and keep them from masturbating, which is what your mother did for free for 20 fucking years. So, like, what is that? And I gotta talk. I wrote that joke in the shower today before I came here. I'm not prepared. I didn't want to do this. Thankfully, the alcohol is kicking in. But the one joke I wanted to talk about was his fucking eyebrows when he dies. I'm so sorry. He has to dye his blonde eyebrows every once in a while. And they stand out like so. They just stand out so hard when they're fresh. I don't know how else to describe it. And he walks around looking like he's shocked all the time. Like he just caught a reflection of himself in the. Whoa, is that what? But luckily it fades. It's just like his hairline. I love you to death, Stabler. You're one of the best friends a guy could ask for. And I'm so glad you survived till 30 with a dumb fucking name like Stabler. So, I don't get it. Anyways, that's my time. All right, so we got one more roaster before we let Stig get his revenge on all of us. So we're gonna have Ronnie come up here. Same problem I've had. Ronnie's heart's really hard to drag on. Super happy, always laughing at everybody's jokes, which makes me think they're hiding something. I don't know what it is, but if I had to put my money on it, I bet it's immigration papers. So let's give it up for Ronnie. All right, awesome. Thank you for this birthday, Stabler, for this occasion, so we can all get together and celebrate you on your dirty 30. I had to write down some notes. My memory's not what it used to be. I smoked most of those brain cells away, you know. So, T-Dug, congratulations on another child. You know, can we grab an applause for T-Dug for that child? I would advise no more kids after 30, but even 30 is a lot of kids, T-Dug. So you might want to slow down. Just take it easy, okay? Just take it easy, okay? And Trevor, big Yankees fan, you know. Although, honestly, they should maybe consider changing the name to the Michael Jacksons. I mean, they both wear gloves for no apparent reason. I mean, you know, I've even heard that Trevor's favorite line is, "We can't beat Boston." So, what's that all about? So, anyways, Josh, good friend of mine. Don't believe what they tell you, Josh. Weed doesn't make you stupid. You were already stupid before you started smoking weed, so don't worry. You got all your bases covered there. So, T-Saw, he is so tall. You look like a slinky when you run, T-Saw. Seriously. It's like, if there's a fire in the bar tonight, let's just meet up at T-Saw, okay, everybody? You can find him in the crowd. It's not too hard, so. April, congratulations on your engagement. It's wonderful. Come on, applause for April. Marriage is a great institution. I personally am not ready for an institution yet, so good luck with that, Justin. That's for the crazies, you know, but they say bigamy is having one wife too many. I think monogamy is the same thing, you know, so, but good luck with that, Justin. Good luck with that, sir. That is all you. Let's see. Bob. What can I say about Bob? Well, anyways, let's move on to Stabler, because I really don't know Bob that well at all, to tell you the truth. So, Stabler, I see that you're enjoying your married life. Although I saw your nuts on the back of a milk carton the other day. Nobody has seen those since August, so if you see those, please drop those off to Stabler. And I hear that those, I see actually that those penis enlargement pills are working for you. You're twice the dick you were when I first met you. I can't believe it. It's amazing, guys. And I see you're taking very good care of yourself. Stabler's idea of a balanced diet is a Coors Light in each hand. But Stabler's not an alcoholic. Alcoholics need to drink. Stabler, he already has a drink in his hand, so he's covered there. But, you know, Stabler has this philosophy, his body isn't a temple. It's a distillery with legs, so it's good to see you keeping up with that. But I'm really glad that you found Haley. Haley, his old pickup line back in the bar used to be, here's a 30. Drink until I'm really good looking, then come talk to me. So, you know, I'm glad he doesn't have to put up with that embarrassment anymore. So, I did memorize a quote. I thought it was really apt for the moment. Don't think about the past. You can't change it. Don't think about the future. You can't predict it. And don't think about the present, because I didn't buy you one today. So sorry about that, buddy. But really, though, I am really glad that I had an opportunity to celebrate one of my best friend's birthdays. And especially with all of his friends who I've only gotten to know maybe the last year or two. I'm really happy to spend this time with all you guys. You're all very awesome. Very great moment. I'm very happy to be here. None of that changes the fact that the Indians blew a 3-1 lead in the World Series, though. So, really good luck. Yeah. Thanks, Taylor. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right, that does it for all us roasters. Now we give Stave a chance to dish it back to all of us. First, I want to say we're all here
we're all slamming him. We're having a great time doing it. We're here because we love this guy to death. He's an amazing guy, so we're gonna give him up there. I also say that so he doesn't go as hard on me when he comes up there. All right.
Thanks, guys. First of all, let's give it up for T-Dog, the roast pastor. He wasn't cheap, you guys. We had to pay for a round-trip flight for his wife to go to Oregon so he could come out tonight. I tried to get 2 one-way flights for his wife and mine so we could play 2K together for the rest of our lives, but Haley wasn't having it. Oh, God, man. Who motherfuckers? Who was the meanest to me? Matt?
I'm sorry. I didn't want to do it. You made me.
I don't even got a joke about Matt. He's too fucking nice. Like, yeah. I grown up with him his whole life. We lived next door together till I was like in 7th grade. And the only mean thing I can say about him is teasing him for the time we were riding bikes. And he had to take a shit really bad, and we were about 2 blocks away, and I've never seen Matt ride his bike so fast. He didn't make it, but but we could find him on the little trail of shit coming down the pan of his legs. But enough about last weekend. Ronnie's here. I'm glad you didn't get deported before my roast. Ronnie's here mostly for support. He's the only person that's older than me and equally as unsuccessful, so thanks, Ronnie. When you do get deported, maybe it won't be so bad. The hospital. How many stitches? 7? Let's say 10. 10 stitches. I'm so happy that he can still have 2 kids without nuts. I mean, it doesn't scientifically make sense, but neither does the Book of Mormon. So. The weird thing is every time we get together, I just feel like we learn more about ourselves. Like that night, we just got fucked up on beer and probably cocaine. And the conversation kept getting deeper and deeper until we started talking about what porn we liked. And then we started getting deeper and deeper and opening more and more up. Like sometimes we watch really fucked up shit and then we feel bad after we come. But man, when you drop the tranny bomb, you fucking won, dude. So Josh is the Pornhub champion with his trannies. So pissed. He ruined 90% of my material by engaging me. How's Sam taking that, by the way? And like the one person out of everybody I wanted to be roasted by tonight was Tafoya, and he refused. And boo. And I don't know why. I don't think he's told anybody why. I'm assuming he's told T-Dog why. So this is what I think the conversation went like. Hey man, did you hear I'm the roast master? You gonna do the roast tonight? Yeah, I don't know. I just don't really like to be mean to my friends, and I got a job interview on Saturday. It's with the Utah Jazz, but it's out in Salt Lake, so I don't even know if I'm gonna take it. I'll probably get it, but I just don't know if I'm gonna take it. To be honest, I just don't even want to go. I want to be in by 8. That's pretty much the reason why I got engaged, so I had an excuse to go and be in by 8 o'clock and not feel bad for telling Stabler no. I'm gonna go watch the 2nd season of Narcos again. I know it's not accurate, I'm a purist, but it just did a really good job. Sorry, that one killed the whole crowd. That's what it would have been like if he would have fucking showed up. So. Thanks for not doing it, Justin. Who invited Cheyenne? Sorry. Trying. That's all I got. I fucking love you guys. Thank you for coming to the first roast ever. That was pretty great by these guys. Let's get drunk and eat pizza.
Monsters and steak.
I think I forgot to make fun of Trevor. Whoops.
Why did I give you a hug?
Yeah, you fucked up, man. Is there any single ladies here tonight? Can I hear you say yeah? Yeah! Alright. Trevor is also single. He's very handsome. But make sure if he asks for your number, you give him the right number. Or he'll find you. This guy's seriously the Pepe Le Pew of text messages. When he first met me, he thought I was gay, and I got like 7 texts a day like, hey, what are you doing? What's up? Do you like baseball? I'm sure most of you have all gotten that text already, if you're a girl. Alright, that's all I got. Peace out. Thanks, Haley.
Yeah.